Good morning, I'm Pastor Tully. I'm here with my Wednesday morning message, and I brought a special guest with me to my video this morning. Hey Google, tell me a joke.
Why can't you trust an atom? Because they make up literally everything.
So I was talking to my mom the other day, and I told her I've been making all these videos for YouTube, and of course she wanted the link, so I sent it to her, and she went and watched them all. And the next time I talked to her, she said all the nice things that mothers say about their sons. But then I said, what do you have any feedback for me? What do you think I could improve upon? And she said, I needed to smile more. And she also said that I had a good sense of humor and that I needed to use it more. And I was like, I don't know about that. I don't know if I'm so funny. But you know who is funny? Hey Google, tell me a joke.
What did the teacher do with her student's report on the history of cheese? She graded it.
I'll admit, this whole YouTube thing is hard for me. I'm used to doing my spiel in front of a live group of people. And when you work with a live group of people, whether it's teenagers or kids or adults, there's an energy and an adrenaline that you get from being in front of them and being with them, and you can feed off of their energy. And so it's, you can be funny and then you can hear them laugh. And it just gives you, it just gives me energy. But being on YouTube is hard because I don't have that live group of people to work with. So I thought I would tell you a joke. Here we go, we're going to give it a try. What's the difference between a good joke and a bad joke timing? I can't hear you laughing. I've been told by numerous people that I have a really great laugh. I'll be at big events or conferences, and somebody will do something funny, and then I'll start laughing, and then everyone in the room is like looking at me laughing, and I'll get text messages that are like, is that you laughing in the back of the auditorium? Or people will say, I didn't know you were here until I heard you laughing. I was with my old youth group, and I took a trip to Ghost Ranch, and I asked them after the trip what was the best part of the trip, and they said, riding around in the van. And I said, what was the second best part of the trip? And they said, my laugh. And I said, so if I rented a 15-passenger van and drove around the city for an hour telling myself jokes, that would be like the best youth group ever? Yes, they all resoundingly said. My favorite part of that particular trip was my friend Matthew. He and I, when we would have breakfast together, somebody would do something funny and then he would start laughing. And then his laugh would make me laugh, and then my laugh would make him laugh harder, and then he'd laugh so hard and make me laugh harder, and it would just go back and forth, getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Everyone in the dining hall would be looking at us, and we would just be laughing our heads off until one of us either couldn't breathe or fell on the floor laughing. So what does all of this have to do with the church? Well, the work of God, sharing the good news with one another, it's serious work. But that doesn't mean that we need to make it boring and no fun. In fact, there must be joy in our work. We must have fun with God's call on our lives. We should take our ministry seriously, but not ourselves. So have fun. Even the Bible is full of jokes. I've got lots of references down in the description below with different jokes in the Bible. There is a surprising amount of risque and bathroom humor in the Bible that most people don't know about. It's just that when we read this book 1,000 years later, 2,000 years later, 3,000 years later, we don't get the jokes because we don't understand the context. But trust me, the Bible is funnier than you know. And if you don't think that God has a sense of humor, just look at the platypus. Amen. Hey Google, tell me a joke.
Why was the stadium so cool?